Capitalism is noteworthy for being an unstable economic system. What do I mean? We have an agency here in the United States that every economist looks to. It's called the National Bureau of Economic Research, NBER. It keeps many records of the US capitalist system. And if you're interested in that, go to the website of the NBER and you will see they are pro-capitalist, they are part of the system, but they are a very good source of information. One of the things they do is keep track of the ups and downs of this system, the upturns and the downturns, the periods of prosperity, the periods of recession and depression. In other words, they keep track of the instability of the system. And here's what they have found. And this work has then been extended by them and others to capitalism around the world. Here's the conclusion. Wherever capitalism has settled in the world, it is periodic. That is, it's unstable. It oscillates between ups and downs. If you remember from high school, the sine curve, the way that kind of thing goes up and down, that's capitalism. And here comes the numbers. Every 4 to 7 years, on average, capitalism crashes. Sometimes the crashes are harsh and deep and cut very far and last a long time. Other times the downturns are shallow and short. In the Great Depression, it hit in October of 1929, and it wasn't really over until 1940-41. So we're talking 11 years, more or less. Others have been short and counted in months. But every 4 to 7 years on average, they happen. Sometimes, it takes 8 or 9 years. Sometimes it only takes 2, but the average 4 to 7. That means in every one of our lives, yours and mine, we're going to experience capitalism as a bouncing ball. When the economy turns down, suddenly millions of people here in the United States lose their jobs, lose their incomes. And if that lasts for years, which it typically does, this is a momentous interruption of life at best and a catastrophe at worst. Therefore, any family now worried about its future should understand you should be. You live in a very unstable situation. I would therefore, because I think we are in for particularly rough turbulence in the years ahead, I'd be careful about making large expenditures. I would try very hard to save money in order to help you through hard times. It's not only that the system is inherently unstable. And by the way, for 300 years, capitalism has tried, it really has, to do something about this instability, to stop it, to reduce it, to moderate it. It has tried to get rid of it. It has failed to do that. That's why we just had a doozy, the 2008 and 9, second worst in our history after 1929 to 1940. And we had another one in 2020, 2021, just behind us. But you better be careful, because on top of that built-in instability, which we have never figured out, there's a whole branch of economics named after a British economist from the 1930s named John Keynes. It's called Keynesian economics, and it has recipes in it for how the government should intervene to soften, to shorten these instabilities. Keynes had hoped he could overcome them. That proved to be impossible. Capitalism has not yet and may never find ways to prevent them. That's why most of last year, and as I'm speaking to you, the majority of financial observers of the American economy, I'm talking about the people who write in the Wall Street Journal or the Financial Times or any of those kinds of outlets, they're all predicting a recession to happen. Either we're already in it or about to happen in the next few months. That's how built in these things are, that we don't anymore question whether we'll have them. The only debate is, when will it hit? How hard will it hit? How long will it last? That's because we have been trained as a people to accept this as if it were like the rain. You know, when it rains and messes up your picnic, you don't shake your fist at the heavens, angry at something or someone for making it rain. We have learned to think about economics that way. Oh, a recession is coming. Let's see, how bad will it be? How long will it last? Of course, the child would ask the question, why are we subject to this? This is awful. When we throw people out of work, is it that we don't need what they were producing? Of course not. Our needs for the outputs of people are as big or greater than they ever were. If we don't want to consume more stuff, let's put people to work greening our society, weaning us off the wasteful consumption that we have been programmed by capitalism to pursue.